another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling. What's going on to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, my tea leaf readers, my tea baggers, and my tea biscuits, honey. What's your tea? What is your tea? Darlings, it's another glorious day, and I hope you have all of your crumpets together because, darling, it's time to dish tea. And you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat. What's up? What's your tea, babies? Listen, we're going to have a little bit of fun tonight, a little bit of fun and carrying on as we get into, we're on this particular series, and I think that this is necessary that we have our men folk come on out and talk and get into a couple of things that are on the minds of men. This is regardless of orientation, okay? Because I think, I know that many of us have the same stuff. It's just that a lot of times we get clouded by shit that really doesn't have nothing to do with it, particularly orientation and this, that, and the other. We allow those things to get in the way. To get in the way. And because they do, we don't necessarily provide space and stuff for these kinds of conversations to occur. So we want to take this time to really delve into a few things. Tonight, I want to start doing this more often. I got to let y'all know what I titled the show because we get so into it. I'm going to tell y'all what I've titled the show. Today's show, I titled it, "You Don't Have to Lie to Get Anything from Me." You don't have to lie to get anything from me. Why is that significant? And we're going to take that across the board, okay? Because oftentimes we are dealing with people who just believe that in order for them to get ahead, and the idea of fake it till you make it, we know what it implies, okay? However, let's listen to the words behind it. Let's fake it until you make it, right? And oftentimes we get into a period where we live by that. So we're trying to keep up with the Joneses and the Jacksons, knowing that you are Johnson and a Smith, honey. And you sit up there trying to do whatever it is that you can to impress these folks, and these folks, and these folks. And yet you're faking it until the time comes when you're in that tax bracket and you can actually say, I could do this for real. Okay. And oftentimes we end up going into debt unnecessarily. we end up doing a whole bunch of things that take us out of our square and put us into positions to where it's like, okay, was it really worth it? And because of that, we have allowed ourselves to deal with the lie. Many of us feel as though we have to lie to get some things done. Lie, tell a little white lie here, little fear there, and this and another in order to get over it. Now, let me put a caveat here. The caveat is there are times when it may be necessary in business, and you may be in a jam. Well, no time is it allowed or whatever when you are in personal relationships, whether they are friendships or romantic relationships, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, your spouse, whatever that is, parents, your brothers and sisters, those kind of intimate relationships. It doesn't require a lot. Okay, it doesn't require that, children. Does not require that. However, we have educated ourselves and we have allowed ourselves to live in a place where we want that to be, we will let that to manifest itself into some kind of normalcy. And because it's normal, we teach our kids, you got to tell the truth. You got to tell the truth. And yet we don't do it. Okay, how many of us, have grown up and your mom and daddy tell you, it's not good to lie. You're not supposed to lie and this, that, and the other. And then once they do, the first time that you heard them lie is when the phone rang and they tell them I'm not home. How many of y'all experience that? Tell them I'm not home. Okay. And all that jazz. Okay. And what do? We go to the phone and say, what? She said she ain't home. Okay. How many of us do that? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait. I'm trying to multitask because somebody sent me some smut. Okay. Not cute, not cute, not cute. I mean, it is cute, but I'm in the middle of the show. All right. So wait a minute. So anywho, that there be that. But I'm trying to get into this. Hold on, someone told me to check my DMs and I'm looking for something and it's not here. So I don't know where he sent this stuff, Chad. Okay. It'll get to me in a minute, or you have to resend it because it's not here in no capacity, honey. No, resend, honey. Resend. I don't know what you sent it. Wait a minute. Oh, no, it's not here neither. Okay, that's the first place I went. No, I didn't go. No, it's not here. Okay. So, having said all that, honey, we want to get into today's show. Now, I was trying to find the little videos I was going to put up here, but wait a minute. Let me go to these comments. Let me go to the comments first. What we got? Hold on. Here we go. Say, hey, Meech. This is so fitting to me since I just lost Joe, my Lion King. There was a beautiful and ugly in our relationship. One of the ugly was all of his lying that he did. Okay. You said, what? So did I, though. I lied and sneaked on the phone with him as a teenager, 30 plus years of talking to that Lion King of mine. Okay. Then you say, what? One thing, when you have a friend who's a snake eyes, it's my snake eyes. Okay, right. Love covers a multitude of sins. I still know I love them anyway. Okay. Ola, you know what? You just said something there. You just said something there because my son and I were just talking about that earlier today. And that there is, do we sit down and do we lie to ourselves or do we lie to them? Because all the time we think we're lying to them, but when we lie to ourselves, okay, thinking that we're protecting them or thinking that this is the answer, thinking that We know it, we can get over it, we get, this, that, and the other. How often do we do that? Okay. We're gonna fuck that up in a minute. Okay, telling a lie won't get you anywhere with me, and you'll get cut off. Bridges will burn with me. If you want something, just ask for it. If I got it, I'll give it to you. Don't play with my time or Michi's time. Just don't waste my time. Okay, exactly. Don't do it. Okay, check DM. Honey, resend that, whatever that was. I don't have it yet. Okay. Mom, and get it and get with you. Okay. If you lie to me, I'm going to beat your ass. Okay, right. Okay. You said, oh, that's a good one there. Yes, my mom used to do it all the time. I'm not here. And I go say, oh, she said she's not here. And she said, I didn't tell you to say that. Okay. Okay. So we get inoculated into a culture, honey, that tells us this, that tells us that we're supposed to be, we become very hypocritical with everything that we do. Is do as I say, not as I do, and oftentimes because we're in this kind of culture, we end up growing up with mixed signals, okay? Everything becomes a fucking mixed signal around up in here, right? We don't know. We don't know what the tea is. We don't know what's going on. We just don't know, do we? And then we make it up as we go. Okay, we try to make it up as we go. And in making it up as we go, we end up falling through cracks some kind of way. We end up allowing ourselves to accept any old thing, or we make excuses for any old thing. Something wasn't supposed to be a part of your life, but yet you made excuses for it. I love the standard on WWJD. A lot of us who are believers of some sort, and some of us are traditional Christians and others are not. I am not. I come from it though, where we sit up and always put ourselves into a Christian thought processes, or try to align ourselves with what we think Jesus would do and carry on. And oftentimes it's a lie. Many times I think we do that because we don't want the confrontation. I think oftentimes we don't want to confront what's in front of us. We don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. We don't want our feelings to get hurt. We think if we don't deal with it, it's just going to go away. Lies. Okay, lies. Like my little cup. It's a stemless wine glass, and I'm having wine. Yes, I am. Okay. Yes, I am. I'll get to that in a minute. But nonetheless, we allow ourselves to get inundated with the shit. And can I just be honest right here, right now? A lot of times, most of us, we know what's best, but I think we have become attracted to the drama. We done got addicted to the drama. We have allowed ourselves to be sucked into the drama. Oh, is that my what is this? Hello there, Grandmama. Baby. What's up, darling? How art thou, honey? How art thou? Didn't I just sent you some kind of message somewhere? I think it's did I send you a text message or something? I just sent you something. What's going on in your world, dear heart? Okay, we need to talk and talk and talk. Because your mama and I don't talk no more. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. It's been almost 2 years, honey. We ain't said a word. Anywho. But a lot of times we are in that particular place where we got caught up in the drama. I think I think a lot of it is, uh, it gives us a sense of being, a sense of acceptance, of belonging. It gives us a violin story, honey, to where we sit down and go have something to talk about, honey. We love to have a girl, let me tell you what my man did story, right? Ooh, my man done did me wrong story, right? Ooh, child, let me tell you about the trade, honey. The trade done did. You know, we love to have all that shit, right? Why? Because it keeps us either feeling like we're victims or keeps us in an area where um we get sympathy points. You know what I'm saying? It gives us an excuse to not accept our own accountability for shit or our own responsibility and why shit was fucked up. Okay. We do that. And I think we become addicted to it. So we can sit up there and have an excuse as to why I'm not prospering. You know what I mean? Oh, girl, I can't do that, child. This man that came up in here. Oh, my self-esteem is so low and this, that, and that. Why is your self-esteem? Ain't that what Cat Williams said? He said it's called self-esteem. How is it that you have allowed somebody else to come into your life and either say some shit, do some shit, like you or whatever, and it affected you to where you sink so damn low to where now you got to build your self-esteem. You have to build it up to where you get your confidence back to say, you know what, you know, I'm better than this, or I'm better than this situation, and this situation doesn't define me. It is something that happened in life, but I can move on from this point. How is it that we do not allow ourselves or give ourselves that kind of permission to do that? Huh? Talk to me, children. Talk. Don't get quiet. You said we have a lot to talk about. Yes, darling, we do. Yes, darling, we do. You say, when you tell one lie, you're going to tell another. You're coming alive that you coming alive that you told that you don't remember, and that you told that you don't remember that you told that lie. Okay, so yeah. Well, it's a cycle, right? It becomes this whole big old thing of a big circle, a big net, a big to do, a big this, that, and the third, to where now you got to remember what was said, how it was said, this, that, and the other. I ain't got time for all that. I don't have time because now we get messed up and caught up in the context of it. We get caught up in, oh, well, that ain't how I said it, and blah, all of those stupid shit. And then we want to get exact wording and carry on. That ain't what I said. I said, and yada yada yada. But oftentimes we allow ourselves that because we know it's going to be accepted. How many of y'all know y'all got that one person in your life that whatever you do, they will turn a blind eye? Yeah, how much they argue, fuss, and fight. Oh, I'm gonna beat your ass, child. You get on my goddamn nerves when you do this. Okay, how many of y'all have that person that y'all know is the constant in your life, and y'all can go do all of that every time you turn around? Okay, every damn time, right? And then what happens? Okay, we end up in a place where we have this revolving cycle. Okay, and because we have this revolving cycle, we end up allowing ourselves, not allowing, what we do is we accept the fact that this is our norm, right? And because we accept it as a norm, we end up allowing it to be part of who we are. So then we carry that over to everything else. Okay. Hey, Bob, what's up? You coming in? You come in if you want. The link, yeah, look in your inbox. I sent the link. I sent the link. Oh, excuse me. You're here. Who the hell did that?
What? What's wrong? What you got out of the cabinet? Mason.
Wait, oh, I done walked. I'm sorry, y'all. Wait, I didn't mean to do that like that. I just got up and walked away from the damn screen. Wait, but let me, because I was trying to do something that pissed me off.
You don't look at it. You don't ask if it's been cleaned.
Okay. Yeah. I got this glass and I was pretty ready to pour something. I'm like, what the hell? Anywho.
They got millennium.
So, like I say, we give ourselves all of this fodder, all of this, just lame duck shit, okay, and excuses and reasons to accept poor behavior, to accept folks to just act badly and carry it on. And then here's the big thing. Many of us do not like the fact that we have to cut somebody out of our lives. How many of y'all face the fact you would rather them get rid of you versus you having to cut them? I know I used to experience that a lot. Because I'm a people pleaser, and carrying on. And I do not like when I have to get rid of somebody out of my life. I'm like, okay, we could take a break and this, that, and the other. I do not like to have to cut ties. But damn it, I've gotten so much better at that, praise the Lord. Because it's like, I'm 55. So when folks say, my peace is everything, I do not need the drama. I do not need the stress. I do not need all of your bullshit that's going to sit down and keep me in a space that have me wondering about you. I'm sitting up here worried about your motherfucking problems. Okay. And you sitting up there at the club. Wait a minute. Let me share with y'all something. Okay. Because I've done this one too many times. Being a mother of a house, and this, that, and the third, I have allowed myself, me and my children and carrying on and blah, 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 all this old bullshit, right? Well, you come to me with the problem, and, we supposed to be trying to get this together, this, that, and the other. Well, honey, how is it that I'm the only somebody worried about what the fuck it is you're supposed to do, right? I'm sitting up here asking, okay, how are we doing this, right? And then your response is, oh, I don't know what to do, and this, that, and the other. Well, sit down with me and let's talk about it. Let's come up with something. I'm the only one brainstorming while you sitting there twitching and fixing with your motherfucking face, biting your lip and shit. Okay, acting like you want to cry because something is wrong and carrying on, right? So I done got a damn migraine or whatever. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. I can't think right now. That come from this and let me come back to it. Phone ring, you go hop your bitch ass up because so-and-so finna come and get you. Y'all finna go to the motherfucking club. Now, you just told me you broke. Okay. You told me you broke. So-and-so gonna pay your way in and this, that, and other, but you got time to stop worrying about your problems to go to the motherfucking club, dump that shit on me, and then get mad because I don't pick it back up. Okay. Mm-hmm. You ready to come on up in here?
Sure.
Right, the big red fella. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, that there is what happens. And a lot of times, like I said, you don't have to lie to me. But damn it, why do we accept it? Why do we allow them to lie? Why do we, this, that, and other? Now, for those who have stronger constitutions, okay, they get criticized a lot because they could be some cold, evil ass. Oh, you ain't right. Oh, that's so wrong. That's so wrong. Is it? For those who know how to cut that shit off, it don't even take root. you know, and carrying on. Is it wrong? Or are you jealous because you don't have that type of spirit to do it that way? I used to be jealous. Okay. I used to be jealous.
Why? Why? They gonna get you what you're looking at.
However, I had to learn that because I was in denial with it. A lot. I didn't think I was. You know, I was like, oh, I was always talking it up to, you know, that's just cruel, you know.
So you was a hater.
Basically. Okay. You know, that's just cruel. That's just, oh, I can't be around that person because he gonna make me say something. You know, it was one of those. Okay. And then when you start to think about it.
And when did you get healed from being a hater?
When did I get healed from being a hater?
Yeah.
Long time ago, but I still got remnants. It's just some shit I still hate on.
Oh, you admit it. Okay. That's a beautiful thing.
Why? Why?
Oh, because I knew you was a hater. I was just trying to figure out if you knew it. But I see you do.
What do you mean? Explain.
What's understood don't have to be explained.
Yeah, you said, you know, I hate on what? What do I hate on that made you say, oh, you a hater?
A lot of things you're a hater.
Oh, give me an example.
Like, for instance, right? You hate that you actually don't bleed 28 days. No,
I don't hate that. No.
You actually hate that.
I don't. No, I don't.
Then you also hate the fact that you can't get a pap smear.
No, I don't.
You also hate.
I don't.
You also hate, right? That your BBLs, right? That they give y'all, they don't stand for Brazilian. They stand for bruh.
You know what? Fuck you and your brand of bullshit. Okay. I love the fact that I was born male. Okay, y'all just can't stand the fact that I'm not as masculine as y'all would like for me to be with my size, and that there have.
Oh, it's your size?
Yeah,
that plays a part in that.
Somewhat, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Even if you were a little nigga, you still a gay little
nigga. But my size helped exacerbate all that bullshit that y'all like to spout. That don't pay no goddamn sense to be big as you is, you know, and then because I don't play.
Oh, now those people from your community, because those are haters.
Well, no, that's straight folks that say that shit.
Right, they're haters.
Yeah.
When somebody make a statement that don't make such sense, right? That's a hater statement.
Okay.
You know, you gotta think about it. It don't make no sense to he that big and he get. It don't make that much sense that he got all those flamboyant cars. It don't make that much sense that Rick Ross got this big old house to himself. You know.
Okay.
It's a hater statement.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good. You still a damn hater.
I'm gonna fuck you too.
No, I'm good.
Okay. But.
Well, I'll take the $40.
Right. Okay, right, that part. But here we are. Wait a minute. Let me go to the comment for a second. Group, what you say? I can relate so good to that shit. Okay. Hey, me. It's been a long time. Glad I caught you tonight. Hey, Tim. What's up, baby? Okay, we good over here, honey. Okay. What you say?
What's that, Detroit?
What are you cooking for Thanksgiving? Girl, we still trying to put this damn menu together. It's going to be a collaborative effort. And I still got to figure out what the hell it is I'm supposed to be contributing. I said I was going to do some baked spaghetti, but I'm kind of leaning on something else, but I don't know just yet. I got to put that together because I got to go to the store to go get my ingredients. Okay.
I thought we could make oh, you want to know what Red cooking? That what you said?
Yeah, what Red cooking?
Oh, that's easy, baby. I'm making ostrich nuts and pickled nipples.
You know what? You're not gonna get to do this.
What?
Fuck all that. Talk to the folks with your ostrich nuts and pickled nipples.
You acting like you're not gonna eat none of them ostrich nuts.
Shut up.
Greetings there, Malcolm. So what's going on, Phil? What you cooking? Tell the big red fella what you cooking there, Phil. I might slide up on you with some Tupperware. Hello, Mario. How are you doing tonight?
Okay. I'm coming back into the frame.
Look, she said, me don't eat cow nuts.
Okay. I say it one more time. Okay. Okay. What is this? Greetings from the greatest city in Southport, the city of Southport. Okay.
Don't do that.
Don't do that to yourself, Chad. Don't you do that to yourself. Mac and cheese, fried cabbage, and lamb. Oh, you doing some lamb. But what you say, honey? Let me come back on the camera.
Well, I'm gonna come over there and give me a lamb sandwich.
Okay. Listen, I went to go get this cup because my brother here said he had never had chocolate wine.
Now, is it grapes in that stuff? I don't know. Remember my God.
Wine.
Remember my gout.
Wine.
Gout.
What is wine made from, honey? Grapes.
Okay.
Okay.
You forgot?
No, yeah, I did.
You looking at me like I'm telling you something new.
But you looking at me like, what the fuck is in it? It's wine.
Chocolate grape, nigga.
Shit. That's all right. More for me.
Good.
Okay. Try it sometime on chocolate grape. Shit, duck it. Okay. What is what? You know what? It's absolutely fabulous, girl. Okay. It really is. It's a dessert wine. You really want to chill it because it tastes better when it's chilled. And it's very smooth.
Thank you, Mario.
Gives you it gives you the sense of like a Kahlua, you know, like wine mixed with Kahlua. And basically what it is, it took a chocolate liqueur and Kahlua and mixed it with some red wine. What is this? But it's chocolate. That shit don't make sense. Motherfuck you too. See, I can't stand when y'all to do that old bullshit. Okay? It's in the goddamn store. This one here is called Choco Vino. Now, this is pretty cool. If you go to Aldi's, if you have an Aldi's where you are, go to Aldi's and get their brand because it's blended better than this. Okay? Doesn't have a hard taste. Sometimes they don't blend it well. And the chocolate may be a little overpowering at times, but it's still good. Okay. 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 Now, I'm sorry that don't make sense. Fuck all of y'all, honey. I don't give a goddamn. Fuck all of y'all, honey. It's chocolate wine. I'm having it. Okay. And it's delicious. And stop saying it don't make sense. Go try it. Because I didn't when I first heard about it, I was like, what? Chocolate wine? Yes, it's fabulous. Okay. Okay. So now let's move on. I want to go into something. What you said? I was at Aldi's today. Wait a minute. I'm at Aldi's today, I'm gonna have to let you have it. Okay, the more for me. Okay, chocolate wine sounds like it's nasty as hell. They don't go together. How do you know if you ain't never had it? Fuck it. I got it. Okay. I'll stick to Merlot and Pinot Noir. Okay, Pinot Noir, yes. I don't do Merlot. Okay. Nah. But no, fuck you. We ain't staying on that shit. Move on, goddammit. Because you know what? You trying to debate me, Mario. I know what it is. Go watch the goddamn Car Chronicle. That's what you do. Go watch the Car Chronicle. Because see, y'all trying to sit up here and get me all out of character tonight and carry it on.
Is it really out of character?
You're the only person south of I-20 that drinks some shit called chocolate wine. I'm not the only person. Woo. And that just keeps me original and unique. Now go put that in everything, College Park, motherfucker. So you want to come for me, nigga? You want to come for me? I dare you. Okay. I've never had chocolate wine, but I've had chocolate liquor. Okay.
Liqueur.
Right. You say, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna leave you alone. Okay, now you're okay. Okay. Red, what you drinking tonight?
0 octane.
Now, let's go here because I talked about this before, and I haven't been satisfied with the conversation because it dropped. And in the scheme of things, ladies, I need for y'all to help me out. Men folk, for those of y'all who do this stupid shit, I need to understand how is it or why we have allowed this thing of you going through my telephone is supposed to be an act of truth and loyalty and all this, that, and the other. I have seen so many people get into arguments and fight to carry on about the damn telephone. How come I can't have the password to your phone? How come what's in your phone? Let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. We see it in the movies that carrying on. Tubi got a whole bunch of movies where people getting their ass kicked because they're not letting their people see the phone. What's in, what the hell is this, and why have we allowed this to be either a deal breaker or a relationship status thing? What is this? Why is this telephone thing such a detrimental part of a relationship now? I mean, so much so to where if you are not, if I can't see your damn telephone or whatever, y'all not having sex over it. But fuck it, you don't get no coochie, you don't get no dick, you don't get. What is this?
What? Now we talking. I'm gonna tell you what it is. These doggone trifling, doggone alley cat coochie coat wearing females, they are looking for ammunition to cover up the fact that they just lift their leg up around the corner. So if they can keep the highlight on you and your transgressions, right, then they can cover up what they got away with already. Because there's no secret that they cheat better than men. All right?
Okay.
You got to remember, you could be in there sleeping and the UPS man could make a delivery and she could take the box, turn around, and bend over and put the box on the floor and throw a skirt up. He only standing on your porch hidden.
Right.
And then he going to be on his way. Have a nice day. He got a tip.
Okay.
And he going to come get right back in the bed with you. Like ain't nothing happening. No, Tim. I never said men were not haters. I said women are better haters. They better cheaters. I never said that. Women cheat better than men. And one thing about a woman, boy, she'll take it to her grave.
Okay.
She would. she won't confess to the thing when the casket going down the hole. She'll flip it over, and be like, "Okay, I did it."
Right.
Back up.
Okay, Mario. The question was, can you hear everything right? Okay. The question is, the telephone. Why is it that going through somebody's phone, having the person passcode or whatever, have become this truth seeking war? It is an act of loyalty. It is an act of, oh my God, you love me because I could get into your phone. Why is going through someone's phone become such a thing nowadays in this particular generation? And why is it that we see that? We see it in all the movies. We see it, online all the time. We hear a lot of people talking about, what's in your phone. We done seen arguments occurring on the club and here and there about, well, you got this in your phone and da. You got this and you sitting up here, you like this picture, you like that picture. How come you like a so-and-so picture on Facebook? It's a nice picture. What the fuck are you talking about? No, you like it, and it becomes a whole big thing. What's up with this damn phone? Okay. They do this to prove they have nothing to hide. Who prove it? They do this to prove they have nothing to hide. Is it really proving that? Because folks that I know got 2 and 3 telephones. So I can give you the burner phone, I can give you the phone number, the real phone that's connected to everybody else's phone in the house. But if I got a burner phone on my work phone and I have somebody, I'm trying to understand that. Why am I so adamant about it? It's because I just think this is the stupidest shit. I have seen the dumbest arguments about this. I have seen women get just dastardly upset, okay, at the fact that they can't get into their man's phone.
Because they looking for trouble. I never understood where there you have nothing going on. You are living in the spirit of happily ever after. And all of a sudden you get this itch in your butt. Let me see your phone.
Yeah.
You're not happy with tranquility? What is the problem?
Right.
What is it? He probably done Pac-Man you from here to Italy.
Not Pac-Man.
He doggone bought you breakfast in bed. He probably done washed your feet and everything romantic he could think of. And then after you done and you dehydrated, your brain start going, let me see your phone. What's wrong with y'all?
Okay. I'm trying to understand that. I have seen some guys get upset about the damn telephone. I know over here in Rainbow World, honey, these bitches, honey, good Lord. You talking about estrogen-laced testosterone. Okay. Yeah. Estrogen-laced testosterone. Okay. So you got this whole motherfucker sitting up in here that want to be this real timid little bitch and want to sit down here and neck roll over a telephone because of your insecurities, because you think that they out there slinging dick everywhere else. Okay. Now, the question becomes, is it a matter of trust? And are you going to do this because you don't trust them or what? Because how come that's not the conversation? Why is it that's not what the lead conversation is? Baby, I don't trust you.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I'd rather you keep it 100 with me. Like, hey, look, I got trust issues, baby, and I can't get it off my mind.
You what up? Okay.
You what up? I got trust issues, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it.
Okay. Wait a minute. I'm going to these comments here. Come on, Red. You got to point the finger at me. And she said, well, I agree. We are slick. Okay. Okay. I just read Rose. They do that to try to prove something. Tip, you say what? A well-known minister stated that she has a tracker on her husband's phone. She knows where he is all the time. Do you think that's crazy? Hell yeah, that's crazy. Hell Hell yeah, that's crazy. Because why do you feel the need? That ain't your child. That is not your child. Hey, baby. Okay. Okay. That's released now. Y'all know that Big Red song, right? Okay, y'all know that's his song. That's my brother's song. Yeah, that's Go Get It. It's on all the platforms.
All platforms, baby.
All the platforms.
Mess with your boy.
Okay. But yeah, she said she admits that she got a tracker.
What?
On his phone. A minister said that.
I'll run her over with a tracker.
A minister said she has a tracker on her husband's phone, so she knows where he is all the time.
And you know why she need to know where he is?
Because he don't know where she is.
Right there.
They want to know if there's another man and or woman in their phone that they virtually or physically cheating on with them or thinking about cheating with. Why are we there? Okay.
Hey, okay, stop. Stop. God dog it. Look. Here's my problem. If you are doing your job 120%,
right,
your significant other has no time to entertain nobody else.
That's what the number 1, 2, 3.
Let alone they don't have nothing left to give if you're taking all that you're supposed to.
6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
But if you playing hide and go seek monkey games,
well,
then guess what? Guess who's peeping out the window? Wow.
Well,
you understand what I'm saying? Don't make them look outside if everything they need is inside. Come on, bro.
Well,
it ain't rocket science.
Okay. There you have it. Let's see what you say, Tim. I agree. E-Groove, virtual cheating is a real thing. Too many inappropriate conversations going on in the DMs. Now, when you say inappropriate conversations, Tim, let's break that down. Let's break that down because what could be inappropriate to one? See, inappropriateness is subjective. It's subjective because if you're laying claims on this is my man or this is my woman, okay, and you feel as though they are being quote unquote disrespectful because of the kind of conversation that they're having, but you don't know the relationship that what this is, so you know what you're speculating. This, that, and the other. You know that you got your rose-colored glasses on, and the trauma that you had in your previous relationships, gonna creep up over here, and now you identifying a pattern that you think is relevant to what happened to you before. And instead of asking questions, okay, y'all sit up there and start to assume this and assume that. You keep your mouth tight, and then you let it all unfold. Okay, and when it unfolds in a way that is egg on your face because it wasn't what you thought, then what?
Now here's the problem I have with that, Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest problem is if I'm talking and kicking back and forth, right? And cracking jokes, it can be adult jokes,
right?
Back and forth with somebody on a social media platform.
Okay.
Then I had nothing to hide.
Right. Say that.
So there was nothing there. Now, if I'm doing it on a private line, right?
Right.
And you don't know who the other person is,
then
you can question. But if you know it's a person that's been in our home, that's been around us, that's friends of us mutually, and that's how we cut up when we together.
Right.
Don't play with me.
Right.
Don't come in with that BS.
Right. Here is something. Here's something that is key here. Okay, you have to remember how y'all met. Okay, how y'all met is indicative of who he is or who she is. If you met him at the club and he was the life of the party, he's going to be the life of the party with or without you. He making the choice to include you in his life, in his world, or whatever. Okay.
That part.
Says what? He has forsaken everybody else and got eyes on you. Done told everybody know who Ground Zero is. Okay, everybody knows that. So now, you knowing what the element is, you know what this element is. You know, if you met him at the strip club, all the bitches at the strip club know him. They walk around him in nothing. Nothing. They got titties and ass and pussy all up on him. If you met him there, what makes you think that all of a sudden he's just gonna not go there? All of a sudden he's not gonna talk to the girls no more, and this, that, and the other, especially if this is part of his business. As an entertainer, I'm an actor, I'm a singer and carrying on, honey. If I'm at a show and I have to interact with my crowd and carry it on, you can't be mad because I'm sitting up here signing autographs or whatever, and you feel that it's taking too much time because you're ready to go to the movies or you're ready to go to dinner. I have a fan base out here. Okay. Now it's up to me to make sure that I curtail some things so that I can get you, at a decent time, whatever. But baby, hold on, give me a couple of minutes and this, that, and other. Hey, everybody, thank you so much. I can't get to everybody. I got my man here, whatever. We finna go spend some quality time. You do understand that. I appreciate you, brother. That kind of conversation. Or better yet, you don't sign nobody an autograph. You'll give her a big old kiss and keep on going. Right? How you met is indicative of who he is or who she is, so that you know what you got, what you're getting yourself into. Are you man or woman enough to handle that? Because we ask guys the question all the time: can you date a stripper? Okay, most guys, they lie and say, "Yeah, I can." They can't.
I can.
You can, but most guys can't. You're not most guys. Okay, you're not most guys.
I'm a player from the Himalaya.
Okay. And a lot of folks get caught up, because what they get caught up in is the money. Okay, she's gonna make this money, this, that, and they don't like how they make it, right? And then just like Rhea said, they think they can come up in here and be a player, a pimp, or whatever, and they're trying to manage her money because of this, that, and the third. Don't know how to protect her from the overzealous fans or whatever the case may be. Nothing. So most men cannot. Okay, because now you try to dictate how she got to go to work, or don't want her to work. No, you can't handle that.
I met somebody years ago close to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he met the girl, right?
Right.
At the strip club.
Lord.
Blowing all the money on her. Made it his baby mama.
Wow.
And during the relationship, he started throwing a tantrum because he wanted her to quit dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And she was trying to explain to him, like, that's where you met me at.
Right.
He came to me for advice. Wrong person. He made a wrong turn that day. He came to me and was like, Big Red, what do you think about her being a stripper? And I'm trying to build a life with her, and we're gonna have kids and household. I said, I think it'll be. I think it'll work out. I said, financially, there's some perks to what you got going on if you do the money right. He was like, but what about all them guys looking at it? I said, all them guys saw it before you did.
How about that? That part.
He said, so you telling me that at the time I was married to the girl. He was like, you telling me if she was a stripper, you would be okay with that? Absolutely. I'll drop her off and pick her up.
Okay.
I drop her off at 7, 8 o'clock, and I pick her up at 3, 4 in the morning if need be.
Right.
My thing is this. As long as she don't forget her address, what's the problem?
Exactly. Okay. Exactly.
And most strippers, they don't mess with their customers.
Right.
So if she chose to be in a relationship with you,
right.
I mean, you're good.
Right. Right. You have been the one that's been the chosen one. You have been, she's going to forsake all others for you.
Yep.
Okay. Was it inappropriate conversations? A chosen man or woman sharing things in a tone with someone that they wouldn't want their partner to see. Okay. Okay. Is that inappropriate conversation, or is that an inappropriate relationship? Because see, here's where it is. It's beyond conversation if you sneak it around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And for instance, I've seen this happen too many times. Your phone rings and you with your partner, but you refuse to pick it up. Okay. Or whatever. And then now you got now how about that? You got the phone, it's face up. Okay. It rings and I just happen to look over because I'm nosy and I see the screen on and I see the name and the number. Or maybe just a number because it ain't got no name. You don't answer, right? 5 minutes later, that same number come back up. You don't answer. 2 minutes later, the same motherfucking number that came back up. You don't answer. Now I'll roll over because you think I'm ready to go to sleep. The phone rings. You slide your bitch ass out the motherfucking bed to take the phone to go in the bathroom.
Or downstairs.
Or down. Okay.
I'm sorry. That's it.
Wait. That sounded like a flashback. Stop
My
that,
bad. My bad.
boy. And instead of talking, hey, baby, what's going on?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what I say you should do right there? Huh?
Okay.
You should quietly walk over to the closest window to you and lift it up real quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And bust 2 shots out the window in the air and close it. The first thing they're going to do is grab their head. They think somebody blew their head off of their door.
Okay. So that becomes a whole different issue. It's not the conversation is not inappropriate anymore, honey. This here is you fucking around with me. Okay. Because at this particular stage of the game, what is this?
Well, let me give you this.
Uh-huh.
Now let's get deeper. We're not talking about a monogamous relationship, we're talking about a marriage.
Right.
You come across text messages.
Uh-huh.
Just so happen it's on one of them nights where inebriation had kicked in and they left their phone open.
Oh, not inebriation kicked in. Did you say? And
the phone keep vibrating.
Inebriation appreciation kicked in.
Now you find this one particular person, and you start finding these conversations, right?
Right.
Now remember, you're married, right?
Right.
The conversations have things like repeated days of good mornings and repeated days of I hope your day went well and can't wait to talk to you tomorrow. You know, you miss me, and then you know there's a couple of you miss me, and yeah, I miss you on the response, and then it came with 2 pages of 2 of them was yeah, 2 I love yous, and you responded the same thing. Now here's the thing, my problem, right? This happened to somebody that was being monogamous and not doing nothing to that stuff.
Oops.
So
oops.
Then the lady tried to put together a fake girl trip, right? Going to the same geographical area where this guy is. When they started to sense that their significant other knew too much and switched it up real fast.
Have mercy.
Those are the type of things right there that bothers me in relationships when it's a one-sided thing because somebody in that relationship, whether it's the man or the woman, is an attention whore. And what blows them, like you said, there's so many keys. There's so many, it's so much. All you have to do is change your behavior for the other one to recognize something wrong.
There's something is wrong.
It's like, okay, like me personally, I've been in a relationship and I didn't lock my phone. I had nothing to hide.
Right.
I had nothing to hide. And that was the thing. Phones wasn't locked and nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm in the shower, my phone ring. I'm answering my phone.
Right. Right.
Okay, so I'm in a good place then.
Right.
But in the midst of it going that route right there, all of a sudden phones get locked.
Right.
All of a sudden phones go from staying on the charger to going in the bathroom. But you know, we as men ain't supposed to recognize this.
Right. Let's go there. Wait a minute, because you just did something.
Yeah, we're not supposed to notice this stuff.
You just did something right there.
But what if you got a man like me that missed his caller that should have been the one to get all the dog cold case files because I was solving.
Okay. Let's go right there. How many, let's be honest. How many of you out there believe that men are just stupid and don't pay attention? And here's the second part of that. Are you doing what you're doing to get him to pay attention? Because I know some folks will sit up there and say, oh, I'm just doing it to make him jealous. Oh, let's talk about that jealousy streak. Let's talk about that jealousy streak.
You hurt?
Okay, let's talk about that. Because
all them games will ruin your relationship. Be over with.
Why would you sit up there to want to purposely make someone jealous? Because jealousy is about trust. Okay? If you are doing dastardly things because you're trying to get his attention to make him jealous, what you then foster is an atmosphere where you cannot be trusted. And what you thought was cute being jealous now becomes obsessive behavior because they don't trust anything that comes out your mouth. So now everything becomes scrutinized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you going? I'm going out with my girls. Yeah, you said that last time. Okay. Well, no, I don't want you to go out. What you mean I can't go out? I'm just going out with Tiffany. Call her. Girl, would you tell this motherfucker we going to the goddamn store, please? But no, you wanted jealousy.
But you said, girl, tell her, so she gonna say exactly what you said.
Right. Okay. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha.
Okay.
I'm not that, you ain't gonna play with me.
Okay.
Let me tell you something who I am. I will sit up in the house a whole year with you and know you cheating.
Right.
I will be collecting everything that you think you getting away with. So when it hit the fan, I dare you to try me. I dare you. I'm gonna have so much evidence. It's gonna be like too much ammunition, not enough guns. You're not. I dare you. Your best bet is to take your nasty ass on out the way you going. Because guess what? When you get there, he really ain't gonna want you no more because now you ain't there.
Number one. Right. The taboo was gone.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying. We'll see. This onion is unpeeling faster than we get into the things. Number one, go back to the whole idea of men not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go back there first. Okay. So the second thing was now the taboo was gone. Okay, because you was hot and stuff while you were married, and it was a taboo because we sneaking.
And what makes you think a nigga wants you as his main if you watching you cheat on your husband?
Right.
You got to be the slowest nigga on the planet.
Okay. Ooh, the children. So now let's go there. What about, are y'all counting on, this is anybody, okay, and I'm talking to my rainbow children too, because oftentimes, now I know we jump to conclusions and carrying on, because can we be honest, most of us go into relationships not trusting that it's going to be a relationship, because you never laid a foundation for a relationship. All you had was good sex. You had a date, and the sex was good because y'all fucked at the end of the date. And now all of a sudden, this is my man. No, not just my man. This is my husband. Okay. Let me explain that. In rainbow culture, particularly with men, okay, as long as we talking and carrying on, everything is cool, right? But the second that we say, this is my husband, that there is key, and that's the code word for all our friends and everybody in our circle. This one is off limits. Okay? Off limits. Okay? So now, when he's off limits, okay, that means that, okay, bitch, if something come down or whatever, I'm coming after you. Now, you also said he was a piece of trade. Okay. Now, when you make trade a husband, trade is also community dick. Okay. So you done made trade your husband. Okay. But your sister done already had it. And your other sister around the corner done had it. And then this was trying to happen. Okay. So we're going through all these particular changes. So in rainbow community, most of the time, relationships are started off unkiltered because we never got to know who the person is, because we went out on a date, and the acronym dick at the end is what date stand for the most part in rainbow world. I'm not sure if ladies, if y'all are expecting that, no, y'all couldn't be, because most of y'all know men want that. Okay. But I told y'all before that with the kind of money that a man spends, especially if he's trying to treat you right and carrying on and spend $200-300 in a night and shit, some hand or something, I don't want a goddamn kiss on the cheek.
Me.
Okay. Something it's got to give. And if it doesn't, then that means either he's gonna respect you and he's trying to play for keeps, or if your demeanor says that you're about to got the dollar and you're trying to drain his pockets, then he's going to play you till he get what he wants. And after he fuck your girl, it's a wrap.
But okay. May I elaborate?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm pretty gonna switch to my Midwest hat. Look, I had an uncle that when I was young, right? All he ever did was be a pimp. And he sat me down and talked to me one day when he was visiting, right? And he made this statement. He said, "Little thirst, that's what he's calling, right?" He said, "You can smell a hoe." He said, 10 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, 6 miles. It don't matter. She got the same hoe smile. I was like, okay. And what he meant by that was, if you just pay attention.
That's right. That's right.
To the way she moves.
How she moves. Or he, in my case.
You will know exactly what you're getting into.
What you're getting into.
And all my life, I've been the type of person where you have to be done put on a major masquerade to make it long distance, being that type of person. It's a part of you. It's a part of you. And I sit there and I say, it's sad because now the test questions, are crazy on first dates.
Right. Yes. Yes.
My thing is this. Don't ask me to take you somewhere that you ain't been yet.
Right.
Or don't ask me to take you somewhere that you know you ain't finna break out your pocket to buy yourself a meal there.
How about that?
And don't come in here when you always hang with your girls, and if you do have a cocktail, you get the doggone happy hour $5, $6 drink. Don't get with me and want Casamigos and Ace of Spades. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I'm going to go ahead and tell the world, if you ever date me, I'll be right back. Let me take this phone call. You'll never see me again.
Ooh.
I will leave you at the restaurant.
Ooh.
Because you will have to sit there and marinate and think about what exactly happened at that moment.
Right.
So I'm telling you now, if you paid attention to the algorithms of the world and what's going on and all the advice that's going on out here in the world, we're not playing no more. Them games over, ladies.
Okay.
Them games are over. So you can duck off in the bathroom, tapping on your phone. You can talk to them while you're at work. You can doggone talk to them in the car.
Well.
You can lie about everything you got going on. You can lie about where you're going or whatever, which is crazy with me because when I know you're a liar,
okay,
I ain't gonna tell you where you went. Because I'm gonna tell you something. In the state of Georgia, the state of Illinois, the state of Virginia.
Oops.
Let me tell you, player. I will find you. And he has witnessed me when I'm looking for somebody. What is it, 3 to 5 minutes?
Okay. 3
to 5 minutes. Bing! And I never make more than 2 phone calls.
Okay.
So y'all better get it together because all this sneaking in. And guess what? The grass ain't greener.
Right.
The grass definitely not green on the other side.
Oh, it never is.
And it's so funny because you all will run to the moons and the stars and the whole. You know what? Yeah, I got a question. You ready for this?
Go ahead.
Why would you leave your husband? Because he have been entertaining somebody, or maybe you call him cheating for real, right?
Right.
To go run after somebody you've been kind of halfway entertaining for them to cheat on you.
Ooh.
Why you didn't just stay your goofy ass with your husband and work that out and fix it? You went somewhere else to take more abuse because you got less abuse fixing the problem at your
Exactly. You had stability. You had this. You had substance. You got history.
I have watched over the years. I've watched females break up a whole house, home, everything And it was like they was looking for a reason. So as soon as he doggone came home 20 minutes late or went to jail overnight or something, he can't call nobody and she gonna swear he at the hotel.
Right.
As soon as that happened, she gone.
Right.
Because of the person she was entertaining.
Uh-huh.
And then when she get over there, you ain't the only one.
Ooh.
And then you got a slew of kids across the map. Everything that you thought he was the total opposite.
Completely. Okay, completely.
I just ain't never understood that breaking up a home to God doggone be laying in a hotel.
Because go back to what I said earlier. It's the taboo. See, we're stuck in the taboo of it. As long as it's hot, and oh my God, I feel like I'm getting away with something. And oh, you spend the money to go to the hotel, and we don't fantasize that, romanticize that. Okay. But now that the dynamics have changed, it ain't fun no more. But it's work.
But you know what my rules are, and you've been around me long enough to know. My rules are: all you got to do is come talk to me.
See,
because if you come talk to me, if you just got to have that eggplant, I'm gonna let you go get it. But the rules change.
Hello.
The rules change, and you're the one that set the rules.
Right.
The minute you want to go over there and be a test dummy, you want to be a crash dummy, I'm gonna let you. All you gotta do is come be honest with me.
See.
I'm gonna be like, oh, you feeling him? Oh, that's what you need. You think you need that in your life? Well, well, go knock him down. You know what I'm saying? Strap up.
Right.
Strap up. Don't bring me nothing back. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. No gifts that can't not be returned.
Go on the hell that. Just let him know that he gonna die if he breaks my steps. But it's fine.
Right.
I mean, it's cool. Go on about the business. Because for those who don't know me, that think it's sweet over here. It ain't. Ain't nothing splendor about this at all. Ain't nothing splendor about this. I'm straight up tell you, my pedigree go all the way up through Old Block and everything else. You don't want none of this.
Okay.
You don't want none of this. I am from Chicago. Matter of fact, I'm not. I don't even say I'm from Chicago. I am Chicago. Okay. So this ain't what you want. I stay quiet for a reason. Gangsters move in silence. We at the movies when somebody cutting your throat.
Okay. All right. But those of y'all who are about that life, okay. Listen, he is Chicago, honey, and I am Detroit. Now I'm not all that violent like that, honey, in my pedigree. But and I'll leave it there. Okay, but okay. I am my father's child. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. So in that regard of saying that, and all of that, here we are. Wait a minute. It was something else. I put a couple of things up here. Telephone thing was one. We talk about the whole lying thing. Why do you feel you got to lie to get to me or try to get something from me or try to, entertain some? Why is it that y'all feel as though the lie is necessary?
Right.
Okay. When it's not, you know what? Here's the better question. If you say you know me like the fuck you say you do.
Right.
If you fucking say that you know me the way you think you do, why is it that you feel you got to lie to me? Especially this here, especially when I have opened up my home, my checkbook, my car, my friendship, my circle of my resources. I have opened all this up to you because I put you up in here in the family. You in the family circle.
Right.
You understand? You are in family circle. Why in the hell you feel you got to lie to me when it's unnecessary? Now, granted, maybe you thought you getting on my motherfucking nerves because you always want something. Yeah, you goddamn right you are. You motherfucking right. You on my goddamn nerves because you always got your hand now wanting something. Okay. But why you got to lie about it? Is it because you don't want to hear my mouth? Because guess what? To lie to me means that no, you're not going to hear my motherfucking mouth. You're going to catch these hands. Because see, if it's just my mouth, I can control that. And I can tell you to get the fuck away from me because I'm about ready to knock shit up out of you. But if you lie to me, see, then all bets are off because that means that there is the highest form of fucking disrespect in my house, in my anything, because I've opened this up to you, which means now you have caught me in a place of vulnerability and you don't do egg on my face. You don't call me mother. You don't call me all kinds of bitches, hoes, motherfuckers, and fools. You don't call me a clown. You don't get all of that with just a lie, which means why are you in my life? I have trusted your character. I've accepted all of your bullshit. I'm the only somebody in your motherfucking life that accepts you with all of your bullshit. Because everybody else kicked you to the motherfucking side. That's because you don't have your own resources. That's because you can't get nobody else to do nothing for you. You came to me, old bleeding heart Sally, and I took you in. But you felt the need to lie to me. Bitch, that's an ass whooping on sight. That's an ass whooping every time I think about it.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Connect.
Go ahead.
If you ever graced my household, slept overnight, or ate my food, or sat at my table and was treated as family, and you doggone crapped on me, like I meant nothing to you, let me ask a question. Do you think me falling back and strategically watching, or me running up profusely to destroy you, which part do you think is the scariest?
Okay.
Huh? Okay. You know they had a thing called Just When You Thought You Were Safe?
Just when you thought you were safe.
I put that in your pipe and smoke it.
How about that? Oh, and did you know what? Being patient. And see, now, let me tell y'all something. Because see, I this is the person that I am. And I tell folks this all the time. Number one, you don't know who I know. Okay? It's not like I intentionally go to put a hit out on somebody. Because I don't do all that, right? All I do is share my story and be like, this motherfucker done did, right? And there are people who got people that they fucked you over, They did what? No, it's that.
Let me ask you this, Mitch. This year long, how much damage control have you seen me do to stop people?
Oh, dear God.
I'm talking about flights and all.
Flights. Okay, listen, we done had car brigades.
Flights and all.
Okay.
People think it's sweet.
And
you don't really never know who you're messing with.
And you know, when I was younger and carrying on and not necessarily understanding what the power of that is, you know. And then, of course, this is a WWJD because I'm trying to be a good Christian. Okay. That kind of shit was always, that's the devil. You know, that's the devil. But, you know, I come to welcome that all day because I say this, and this is one thing I would Whoopi Goldberg you to death. Okay, until you do right by me, everything you think about is going to fail. Everything. And I stand 10 toes down and waist deep in when I say you can't fuck over me and think that your life gonna be hunky-dory.
That part.
You cannot fuck over me and believe that your life is going to be hunky-dory after you do so. Bitch, there's no way that don't even compute. The computer blows up. Okay, that equation is nonsensical. It does not even go. It does not even go. And I'm not a street person like that. Okay, and here's the T. You better believe. If you never believed that God is real before, you better thank God that He is now. You better thank God that God is real, that I am not a street person.
All I know is I ain't never lied to you.
Okay.
Shit. And if I ain't never lied to you, you need to think about the things that I have told you.
Hello.
And you already know. And what's crazy, it's happened to block flights for people named for them not to come down here.
Right.
And all what's crazy was the hardest one was people that ain't even on the street sending folks.
Right. Right.
You need to be thanking me.
Right. How about that?
Thanking me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That damage
that
control.
Was a phone call, right?
That damage control was crazy.
Wait a minute, Buck, what'd you say? Worst thing to be is a liar and a thief. You will try to spit on me next and pee on my pillow. Okay, you know what?
And that's what I'm like, Buck. I'm like that. Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. Oh, don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do it.
That's insulting my intelligence. It's now, see, in all of this, and see, this is what relationships do, and I'm tying all this together. In relationships, and this is why it hurts so badly. Can we start there? Let's take all this back down to the bare minimum. The bare minimum is that this shit hurts. You doing whatever it is that you've done to me, whether you cheat on me, you lied to me, you stole my money, you know, you done led me on to believe that this is going in a direction, and then all of a sudden you got what you want out of it and dipped. You know what I'm saying? I put my trust in you, and you didn't trust me, so you have insulted my intelligence. Okay, and for somebody who prides himself on being an intellectual person, you know, a spiritual person, I got discernment, I can discern this, that, and the other. And for you to dupe me, yeah, I got to recover from that. Cause I'm like, what the fuck did I do to let my defenses down?
It ain't okay. It ain't even that. It means it's not even that.
I can say it.
It's not even that you let your defenses down. It's not even that. There's some people out here.
Yeah, say it.
That will cling to you.
Yeah.
And don't have not one best interest at all. Nothing that you got going on. They are there to just suck up information.
Yeah.
Get what they can get out of you.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Anytime that you feed somebody, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you feed, like say like you feed somebody, making sure that you know, like caretaking.
Okay.
So when you caretaking somebody, and you taking a hunk of your life out, right?
Right.
To make sure that they okay.
Ooh.
And it's easy for them to just turn around and spit in your face. You know, it's one thing to, you know, be at somebody on your team. You know what I'm saying? You know, I get on you about stuff you do wrong. You get on me about stuff you do wrong. But it's another thing that you do something wrong, and then I start adding script to it to make it worse than what it was. What is that about? Like, why do you do that to people? We do that in our own communities. Like, why are you doing that? And here it is. Why is it so easy to do it to somebody who never turned their back on you?
See there.
So and all you did was set precedence for me not to want nobody sleeping in my house.
Ooh.
I don't want nobody here. If I cook or have a meal or something going on here, I got to go stuff.
That's right.
I don't even sit at my table no more. Because the last person that slept in my house and ate at my house, he put a doggone bullet sign on his forehead. He became a target in my life.
How about that? How about that?
You know how much prayer that I go through to deal with that?
Okay.
I have to, this is a monster. I have to deal with this monster.
Yeah.
Because they know they bogus.
Yeah.
And then will have the audacity to flip it on you like you wrong them.
Was the one in the wrong. Woo! Let me tell y'all a story. And this convicted me because I said, Lord, why did this go down like this? This wasn't supposed to go down like this. And I don't beat myself up over it anymore. But after it happened, I was so distraught. A roommate of mine, I let this boy stay in my house for 3 years. Okay. He was dealing with some health issues and carrying on, and he wanted to get away from his mom, and then I let him come stay with me. Right. Before he come and stayed with me, I let him bring his tricks over to my house. Why? Because I was working a midnight shift. I said, boy, don't you spend that money on a damn hotel. Bring him, come on over to the house, use the house, So I done let you get your rocks off. I done let you in my house. I done cooked your dinner. When you were ailing and carrying on, I bathed you. I lotioned you down, making sure you get okay. I'm working a full-time job, making fucked up ass money, but yet I'm putting money in your pockets to uplift you so you know somebody care about you. 3 years. I'm wondering what's going on, because y'all know I'm a spiritual individual. I can see things in the spirit, and I'm seeing things, and I'm like, okay. But then his pattern changed. So I'm watching. I know what it means when you come in from work and put the black jogging pants on versus the navy blue ones or the green ones. I know what all that means. I look at your shoes. I know what shoes meant what. If you put on the regular tennis shoes, the grubby shoes or whatever, you're going over to your mom's house because you got to go do some work. If you put on the decent shoes or whatever, you got a little data, you're going to go meet with somebody. Or you're going out to the park. Okay? All right. Then the conversation started. We used to talk about any and every. When I say any and everything, I mean that. Now all of a sudden we done went to talking about the weather and your job. How was your day at work? Oh, God, it's hot out here, ain't it? Oh, okay, I got to get ready to go. So now this just went along and went along and went along, and I done had enough of this because I'm like, nigga, you in my house and you ain't talking. See, I'm not one of them. No, that's not my game. If we can't have conversation, if I'm in your house and your rules are your rules, and I know that you're not a talkative person, then I know, let me shut my ass up because this is your house. But in my house, everybody talking this motherfucker. Okay? Everybody talks in my house. Okay? And I don't have to be in your business like that, but we're going to have meaningful conversations. So now we're here. And so this particular day, he decided to be brazen. He was taking me to work. And he says, okay, Meech. He said, you know what? Yeah. He says, you can ask me anything you want to know, because I'm going to tell you anything. And so we got into our conversation. And then all of a sudden, the words, I'm going to give a fuck about you, came out of his mouth. He said, man, you sitting up there doing this and doing that and everything, but yeah, that's cool and all, but I don't give a fuck about it. I don't give a fuck about you. You were just someone who helped me out of a jam, but I don't give a fuck about that. Not for 3 years. Oh, bitch, wait a minute. Not for 3 years. Okay. So do y'all remember the movie Carrie? And y'all remember in right when she brought the bird down the building? She sat up there and they played the thing. She just saw everybody laughing at her. I had that in my head. Okay, playing overall, you just a big old fool. You such a fool. You such a fool. You are such a fool, right? You are such a fool. And I was like, oh my God, right? And oh my God, and oh my God, and oh my God. And he sitting up there, he going in on what he did and how he was telling the folk out at the park about me and this, that, and the other. And, you know, he doing this and doing that. I said, bitch, you talking about me at the park? I said, them motherfucking sissies don't know shit about me.
They do now.
And you talking about me at the park? I said, is that why they looking at me when I go out there? Hey, babies, what's up? They looking at me at, bitch? At this particular point, we're on Woodward Avenue, and we had just passed the McDonald's right there. It's not in Alexandria. It's just before we get to Alexandria. We were just passing the McDonald's, right? And my spirit said, get out the car. But I did not. Because I was like, we just a couple of blocks away from the job. He done brought me this far. He's going to take me the rest of the goddamn way. He owes me that. Well, we get here. And he gets in front of my job. And he says, you know what? I said, Monty, that's fucked up, you know. That's real fucked up that you feel that way and this, that, and the other. He said, I know you want to hit me, but I know you ain't gonna do shit. I said, I ain't gonna do what? He said, no, I know you ain't gonna do. I hit that motherfucker in his mouth so goddamn fast, bitch, I didn't think about it. And the next set of combination happened so quickly, I didn't have time to think about it, right? And then my nephew was in the back seat, okay? And he jumps out the car, okay? Because he was, while this is going on, he was in the back seat trying to tell my mom, you going a little too far. He said, nah, he want to know everything. Since he got to know everything and got to, okay, all right. For a split second, I heard the Spirit of the Lord say, hold on. You froze. And I was like, right? And so I looked at him. I said, boy, all of a sudden I heard his ex, Chris, because Chris was up. Chris was one of them bitches, honey. At the time, she had a health issue, and she had a health issue. And when she got her diagnosis, that bitch was on a suicide mission. So she was trying to get folks to kill her. She was trying to get folks to kill her. So that bitch was doing any and everything, right? And so I heard her laughing in my head, right? With that little sneaky ass laugh that she liked to do, like, gotcha, bitch, right? And I looked at my ex-roommate. I said, oh, motherfucker, you wanted me to hit you? And I hit him 2 more times, right? Because at that particular point, when my nephew jumped out the car, I was about to jump out the car. Because I said, I'm going to snatch this bitch because I'm finna get to whoop his ass. And right when I opened up the door, I heard the Lord say, you in front of your job. And I said, oh, and it was just enough to hit me, right? Now, I don't smoke, but at that moment, I wanted a cigarette. So I told my nephew, I said, give me a cigarette, right? And I walked away from the car. And I said, okay, because I really was. And I said, I'm about to catch a case. I'm about to catch a case for real. Get this motherfucker away from me. Okay. But what ended up happening was that's how he got approved for his disability.
I'd have robbed him.
He got approved. I didn't find this out till like a year and a half later. He got approved for his disability because I had broke two of his fingers. I had the way how I hit him in his head. He had a couple of knots in his head, and I had did something with his face. I think they say I had knocked his eye socket out of something or another. And as dark as he was a dark-skinned guy. He had turned purple. I had bruised him so badly you could see him purpling.
So now he wasn't black no more. He was blurple.
Now, my nephew had pissed me off because he ended up taking the boy home and they fucked afterwards, but that's another story. Okay. And I was pissed with that. But all of that to say, don't play with my intelligence. Okay. I done gave you 3 years.
Yep.
3 whole years in my house. I done put money in your pocket. Okay. I done sat down here and made sure everything was everything, honey. I done cooked. I done washed those nasty ass underwear. Okay. Made sure this was this was that. Hell, let you fuck in my bed and carrying on. Nigga.
You got it.
Okay. And you said you don't give a fuck about me? Oh, okay.
Tragedy.
Okay. Now, what's the point in all of that? Of that particular story and how we're tying all this in? Okay. Is that these are relationships. Now, Monty and I were not fucking. This was a friendship. This was a brotherhood. Okay. And I am one who cherishes friendships. I do not like being the one in the wrong. Okay. It hurts me when I'm the one in the wrong. Okay. And we're human, so it's going to happen, right? It's just that that's never my intention to be the one in the wrong. And I've got to go and apologize. I've got to go, make amends some kind of way. That's not a good feeling for me. I am, I'm rainbow sprinkles and carrying on, Oh, okay.
Yo. Niggas standing NFL talking about I'm
rainbow sprinkles. Okay.
Wow.
So that there is that, and it disturbs me. And so to have someone, who exploit that, to have someone who X, Y, and Z that, my nephew, he told me this a couple of years later. He said, Ayla, he said, you better be lucky you my auntie. I said, what you mean by that? He said, because you so easy. He said, you are a hustler's dream. I said, what you mean by that, baby? He said, if all it takes to lay up in your house is for you to have good conversation, and if I go out and I'm tricking or whatever to come back and tell you the story of what I done did with somebody else or whatever, and you get to feel as though, you giving me condoms and this, that, and the other, like you helping me out of this, that, and the third, and I can get a house and I get meals and then this, that, and the other. He said, what in that says no? He said, but everybody who claimed to be this hustler, fuck it up. I said, and they fuck it up how, boo? He said, because they don't give you what you want. I said, no, they don't give themselves what they want, damn it.
That's true.
They don't give themselves what they want. if you say that I'm that easy of a person, then where do they miss it? Because the part you that you haven't figured out is there's rules in this house. You will do the chores. You will have certain things that you got to do. Okay, in order to make this a thing. Okay. So it's not as easy as it may sound. However, I'm gonna take you on your word. Okay. And all of that in relationship. And I'm giving this to marriage because how about that, married folks? Because I'm explaining the same thing since I never said I was married. If everything you got, bitch, your lifestyle is everything, honey. You got a man who can sit up there and produce, not just provide, I'm gonna say produce. Okay, can produce the receipts and everything that you have to have the lifestyle that you're afforded. Where in the hell do you fuck it up? When you don't have a want for shit. Huh?
That shit don't matter.
You don't have a want for shit.
It don't matter. At least you can do 10, 15, 20 years of sacrificing everything you ever wanted and needed to make sure that everybody else is okay. And they'll walk right away like you ain't never bought them a popsicle. Like you ain't never invested. Like you ain't never invested in all that time. Like you ain't never doggone made miracles happen.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
listen,
people crazy.
With my roommate, I was giving that boy $20 a day for lunch. He worked 5 days a week. No, he worked 6 days a week. And with the Salvation Army, honey, he was 7 because he also had to go in on Sundays because they are also a church, and he also had to give the message from time to time. So $20 a day, 7 days, that's $140 a week cash that I gave him. That I know he wasn't spending all of it, and I swear everything in my spirit said he was banking that money because he got a car before I did. And I went and the day that I saw the car, I said, "Bitch, did you just buy him a car?"
Indeed.
Did you just buy him a motherfucking car? And he said, "I'm gonna give a fuck about you." How? What you say? Don't bring me your ass to kiss twice, girl.
Oh, that damn wine. All right, but
What you say? Baby. Okay. Well, I gotta go. People are selfish, Meech. Okay. Many take good people for granted. Yeah, this is true. This is definitely true. And the thing of it is, what you say, Meet you not your Navy. Okay.
Soon as you snap out of that and start readjusting,
right,
and doggone start taking back your losses,
right,
you become the crazy person.
Yes, you crazy. Something wrong with you and this, that, and the other. What you say? What do you say? Not you. You out here disabling folks. I didn't think about it like that, but wait a minute. I never thought about it like that.
He part of the deficit.
Oh, that's funny. But all of that, because you don't have to lie to me to get anything from me. Why, baby? Right. Okay. Right.
There's so much I want to say, but I'm going to leave it alone.
And you know what? That's going to be a good place to end. Oh, because I'm sitting up here sweating because I done drank all this damn wine. I got hot, you know, heat wise. Okay. And so I'm. You look at
What?
it's the way how you looked up at that screen, and the way how you came in, you were just one eye, and you just looked at them. You find it. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, you know, tonight, and we're coming from this particular standpoint because this is stuff that ladies, most of the time, y'all don't hear men talk about. Men, we need to have these kind of conversations more often. And we have to take the orientation out of it because once we are able to be in a room together, you will start to hear that all of us are going through the same exact thing. The orientation ain't got shit to do with it. It's energy. It's masculine and feminine energy.
Yep.
Okay. Orientation has nothing to do with it. Okay. And once we can get beyond that, we can able to have a more productive brotherhood. Because right now, some of y'all are still rigid. Y'all don't want to deal with the gay thing and carrying on. You still got your little jokes and shit. That's cute. We could quip it up and carry it on. But at the end of the day, when we talk about trying to come up with solutions, trying to understand why is it that the good brothers are always in a place where we got to defend why we good brothers. If these wicked bad, they always say the bad boys and carrying on. Them bad boys, they ain't all that. They not all that bad. It's just that we have allowed them to have a place in society to where the women feel that they are more secure there for whatever reasons, whatever that is, the taboo of all that is what excites them. Mm-hmm. But here is the kicker. It only excites them for bedroom activity. Once the fucking is done, honey, they don't want to be bothered with that shit no more. Until the next time it's time to break them off a piece. This is how come when we see that street shit, you're talking about the hoochie mama, this, that, and the other, while she always, and all that shit that we see in the movies and all that. We see that why? Because we have a group of men that allow that behavior, that accept it because you still go fuck that bitch. Okay? Gay folks, there's trade that we do that same shit to. Okay? And what happened? Because he got good dick, bitch, you go run it back to that piece of trade. Knowing that he drinking, smoking, meth, and carrying on, you go right back over there. See, same shit. But why? Because what? Something up in here in your heart, up in here, do you think that's all you're supposed to have? Do you think that gives you your status points in the community? Is that what being in the hood is, to keep it real because you trying to be black?
Charity.
You said charity. Okay. This time I said charity. Okay, what you say? My granny Gladys used to say, I'll snatch your heart off of your chest while it's still beating. Okay, you know what? Come on. After sex, there's nothing there, and they have nothing to offer. Listen, because if that's all you have in common is sex, that's all it's going to be, because you're waiting for the next time you get together to release the stress, release the tension. What is it in the song? What's her name? Beyonce and Big Frida. Release the stress, release the trade, release the. Okay, that's all it is. You just want to release and shimmy so that you can have a story to go tell your good Judy girl, I had to trade. Okay. Boy, that was a bad bitch. Oh, that bitch, oh shit, that monkey was tight. That bitch got same shit. It's a story. Another notch on the bedpost, honey. But when it's all said and done, are you able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm good with me? Because most of us can't. There's a lot of us who can. There's a lot of us who can because hey, the game of it is this. I'm 55.
Self-love.
Okay. And at this particular spot, I'm single. I have playmates, and I'm okay with that. Okay, because when it's all said and done, when it's all over, if I went to the hotel room or not, after I did what I was gonna do, and I can have my exhale moment, I can still get up and look at myself in the mirror. I don't have many teeth to brush anymore, but I can still get up there and look at myself and not drop my head in the face bowl because I'm embarrassed to look at myself. You understand? Every decision that I have made, good, bad, or indifferent, I can still stand in it. I may have, repercussions behind it for some of the ones, because those are learning lessons. Like, damn, you fucked that up. Okay. However, this here is what this is. And we as men, males, I'm not going to talk about my trans men. Trans men, I don't want to get on you right now because you are transitioning into understanding your manhood. And that there is a different type of man, okay? And we could get into the semantics of that a little later.
Ain't that the truth?
Okay, but for those of us who are born male, that's the dynamic or the rite of passage that comes with that is understanding what this means as a male. Because see, we were never afforded the opportunity to have our feelings carried on.
We got to write up a show just for that.
Well,
a transformer more than meets the eye.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. We do. We got to give our trans men equal opportunity to come in.
The girls can be Autobots and the guys can be Decepticons. What?
I'm gonna read this comment. What'd you say, Emmanuel, exactly about the little old trade boys? Just cause he got some good old meat, you put up with the bullshit, knowing he ain't no damn good for you. He's just worse. Okay, he just want that piece of meat. Exactly. Okay. I'll be 58 years old, enjoy my own company, and draw boundaries to keep toxicity away. Come on, Tracy. Okay. Oh, so you were 67, baby. I'm okay. So dig that. Dig that. Okay. Understand that. So see, you and I, we all of us in that same age group or whatever. See, at this particular stage of the game, this is something that we had to learn. As some of us learned it earlier than others. And there's some of us who never get it. I know some of my whole friends from back in the day. It was sad watching them take their disability check and spend it on the trade. Because that's the only way they felt like they could be loved or whatever, is because they had a little bit of money.
To be loved.
How fitting. Okay. And that's all that it is. And that's because a lot of folks do not know how to do the internal work. We as men, we're not taught to do the internalized work. Why? Because we're not taught to feel. We're not taught to sit down there and to understand what it means to actually sit in your feelings. Okay, we're not taught that. We're not taught that. And so because we're not taught that, we did have to. Wait till we get off camera. I'm fucking. I can't do it here. I don't want the witnesses. You dumb. You dumb. So yeah, but we're not taught these kind of things. So because we're not taught this, it becomes an anomaly, of sorts for us to get into these particular spaces. And now that we're in the place where we have a lot of things where men are actually addressing this, you know, that it's okay for us to come together and to have a brotherhood.
You said a man in a dress. What's that?
I said men are addressing this.
Oh, dressing. Yes, the holidays are coming.
Okay.
Yes.
And just another, just like we have women who are addressing the fact that
Women need
women
dressing too.
need to take responsibility for what they do and accountability
Jesus.
in relationships.
Jesus, he said woman and accountability in the same sentence.
Okay.
Tragedy.
I'm a hit. God help me. Okay. Let me go boil this lasagna. I'm gonna take all this box of lasagna. I'm gonna wrap it around his wide ass. Okay.
Tragedy.
Okay. What did you say, Tracy? That look tells it all on his face. Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So because of that, you know, that's what that is, children. So what we have to do is we have to provide spaces that's going to facilitate this, and not necessarily at the church home, because I believe that men do not feel as though they can be free in that kind of environment unless they understand it. But see, even still, we'll sit up there and want to be blinded by the tenements of religion and the church, to where we won't have open discussion, you know, and say the stuff that needs to be said without trying to sugarcoat it. You know,
yeah, it'll be muffled.
Yeah, exactly. And so we need to facilitate these kind of spaces to where we can talk freely and openly, and understand hurt is hurt. Hurt is hurt. And that's the crux of all of this. When you hurt me, and you hurt me deep. And so now, how do I recover from this hurt? Because if you cheated on me or play with my intelligence and carry on, and I don't have a why, there's nothing there that will say why this happened. That means that all this time that I thought I loved you, I was in love with the fucking representative. I was in love with the motherfucking representative that you kept there. You never let the rep take a break, because I never got to see the real you. You understand? And all of us need to let that representative stop leading with the motherfucking rep. If the representatives stay at home some motherfucking time when y'all on a date or whatever, and you show up as who you are, stop trying to make an impression.
You know, I'm gonna end this with this. A lot of you women get cheated on because the man doesn't recognize you anymore, because you continuously go sleep with your back to him.
Ooh.
I want you to marinate on
that. That's big. That's real big.
If he don't see nothing but your back at night and your back going out the front door, how does he even know who you are anymore?
Oh, you know what? You just said a mouthful right there. And seeing your back, and I'm not spooning you, I'm not even cupping you. I'm not there to where we are embraced in that. To where you're nuzzled to feel secure. So you know what? Hold on. See, to my rainbow children, especially if you're a big guy like me, how many of you have experienced women where they come up to you and they want to hug you, especially if they ain't clocked your teeth yet, right? And they come to you and they want a big old hug, and she nuzzles in like she thought I done had that happen so many damn times. It was so heartbreaking when I had to tell the girl. I said, honey, you and I both want the same things out of life. Okay. And she would look at me, what the fuck that mean? Honey, we both want the same thing. That we want the husband and the car and the big house, and, you know, with the picket fence to carry on. And it destroys them. But before that, when she come in and want a hug, and she put her head right here, and then you feel her nuzzle that she done got comfortable, she said, oh my God.
It was at this moment,
okay,
that I didn't know the difference between a veggie tray and a fruit basket.
You know what? Yeah, I'm really going to end this show, because you know what? That's funny. a vintage tray, or a fruit basket. Ah, Jesus, come on down here. I'm gonna hit this boy for real. I cannot. I will not. Oh, dear God Almighty. That was, you know what? Fuck it. Okay, I'm not gonna even close the show, right? No, I'm not. Never mind. We got to go. Value. Shit. He said I got there 50 trays or a fruit basket.